Y'all going crazy. Cowboys fans is going crazy. What's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys Fan Talk, right back like I never left. As you can see, I'm at work studio. Yesterday I was on vacation studio. Sometimes in the car studio. Right now I'm at work studio because I got work to finish. But I still got Cowboy stuff I need to talk about. So y'all gonna have to bear with me. I'm gonna get back to the studio soon. Today though, listen. Cowboys fans are pushing me to my limit. And I know I spend so much time. I've said this a long time ago. But look, before I get started, my fault. I didn't fell off into the video without telling y'all. Thank y'all for y'all support. We're trying to head towards 27,000. Y'all did y'all thing. Last videos at like 10K, I think. I appreciate y'all. If you like the content, hit subscribe, hit the like button, share button, etc. I appreciate you. I've said this before. I spend more time arguing with Cowboys fans than I ever do with Eagles fans, Giants fans, Washington fans, or fans of any other team, even 49ers fans. I argue more with my own fan base than I ever will with any of them because they're crazy. They're spoiled, arrogant, entitled, and they're frustrating. They throw logic out the window. It's aggravating. John Machota, shout out to John Machota, he released a list of the most overrated Cowboys players. Now, this is in an article talking about Cowboys frustration, Cowboys fans' frustration with the team. You know, at an all-time high, people are apathetic. They're not excited about this season. And I understand those things. I'm not mad. You know, we haven't won in 29 years or something like that. I get it. I get the frustration. What I don't get is the just blatant illogical thought process towards the things you do have that are great. I just don't get it. Now, before I came in here today, I was going to talk about a couple other different things. I swear. Shout out to my brother, Vash Lombardi. Vash was doing a live stream. He sparked my interest, and when my wheels started turning, I got to go. You know, I was going to talk about Diggs is going to start the year on the pup. Might still make a video on that because that's important. But that might deserve its own video. I was going to talk about the fact that the opening press conference for the team, Jerry Jones' opening press conference, has been moved because he still has a court case saying that he's not the father of a child and they're suing him because he is the father. Crazy. Our owner out here with cases. So we got that going on. You know, and the fact that this whole story floating around, you know, Diggs is more of a priority than Dak Prescott. And that kind of flows into what I wanted to talk about. Because what's wrong with y'all? Why y'all don't appreciate the good things we got? Why y'all don't like having nice things? Would you like to be the Washington Commanders, who haven't had a good quarterback in forever, or the Bears, who just drafted what supposedly should be their franchise savior? Do you want to be the Vikings with Sam Darnold and hopefully J.J. McCarthy turns into something? Do you want to be the Browns that traded their soul and half their franchise to get Deshaun Watson, who is buns? We'll talk about him more as the game gets closer since we played him first. But what is it that you don't like about having nice things? In this article, John Machota did this one thing where he released the most overrated Cowboys, and he did a little poll, like with votes for anonymous fans. And I'll put it up on the screen. Dak Prescott, 251 votes. Micah Parsons, 152 votes. Ezekiel Elliott, 71 votes. Trayvon Diggs, 65. Deron Bland, 33. And then there's some honorable mentions. You got Terrence Steele, 32. CeeDee Lamb, 20. DeMarcus Lawrence, 16. Brandon Cooks, 14. Mozzie Smith, 12. Mozzie Smith catching strays. He didn't even play that much. They just mad at him. Let's focus on Dak for a minute. Dak Prescott, the most overrated Cowboy. Now, I get it. I released a shirt last year, and this is why I say, why do y'all argue with me? Dak Prescott is the most hated player in the NFL. And people are like, what are you talking about? Dak Prescott was runner-up for MVP, and he's always on the news. And, you know, he led the league in touchdown passes. And I'm like, you throwing stats at me? He's had 36 wins in the last 3 years and all this extra stuff. I'm like, what does that have to do with him being hated? His own fans think he's the most overrated player on his team. As I just told you, he was a runner-up for MVP, led the league in touchdown passes, high in passer percentage or passer rating, led him to 12 wins, and they say he's the most overrated. When there's teams out here running Geno Smith out there. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I understand the Dak hate. I'm used to it. Like I said, I made a shirt about it. Micah Parsons, the generational pass rusher that came into the league and has had one of the best starts to anybody's pass rushing career in NFL history, like top 3 ever, that Micah Parsons is overrated? Oh, because he hasn't performed in the playoffs perfectly. When Aaron Donald didn't do nothing in the playoffs early in his career. TJ Watt ain't do nothing in the playoffs early in his career. Myles Garrett didn't do nothing in the playoffs early in his career. They get nothing but accolades and love. But our player has to be overrated because y'all don't like nice things and you're disrespectful. Then you go down to Ezekiel Elliott. Now you're just hating on him because what? Because he got older? That's why you mad at him? Because he hasn't done anything that no other running back has done in a while? Be a little bit older and not lead the league in yards? I'm sorry, you can't do that every year. Zeke led the league in rushing like 3 or 4 times. At least 2 or 3 times. I'm sorry. And you act like it's like you don't appreciate what people have done for you. I don't even expect Zeke to go out there and be the top running back in the league. I'm not crazy. Logic out the window. Just out the window. Trayvon Diggs breaks a record for interceptions. Becomes one of the best corners in the league when he was drafted in the 2nd round, and no one expected that to happen. Has done nothing but show up for you guys. He's overrated. Why? Because ESPN told you so? Because of this stupid thing from PFF saying that, yards given up that you have not heard about since. You haven't heard about it since. No, you don't even know who gave up the most yards last year. You don't know the top 10 people that did it. Right? And then DeRon Bland catching straight. Oh, pick sixes don't matter. Why? Because he had a bad game versus Seattle. He gets all those pick sixes, all that good stuff he's done. He was drafted in what, the 5th round? And now nothing he does matters. Now he's overrated. You know I know Cowboys fans is crazy, crazy town, psychopath. Y'all used to tell me, and I got the receipts. Just type Trayvon Diggs in my Twitter or my X. I got the receipts. Y'all, 90% of y'all was telling me CeeDee Lamb ain't nothing but a slot. He ain't no number 1. He don't got that dog in him. Now, he's one of the least underrated players on the team. Why? Because last year he was first team All-Pro, 1,700 yards, something that I saw that he can do. I believed in him when none of y'all did. Now he goes out there with somehow the most overrated quarterback. Somehow throws himself the ball and gets, 12, 14 touchdowns, 1,700 yards. That was all him. He somehow throws himself the ball and gets all that done. Nonsensical craziness. I don't understand it. It's frustrating. I would love for somebody in the comments to please tell me how you can have a quarterback that has played that well. I know he didn't do well in the playoffs. And the crazy thing is, if you're not Patrick Mahomes, no, I'm not trying to hear that argument. There's no way all of y'all are beating the drum because people are getting close. Y'all not about to tell me y'all arguing over who's the best loser. There's no way. Josh Allen, never been to a Super Bowl. Dak Prescott, never been to a Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson, 2-4 in the playoffs. Dak Prescott, 2-5 in the playoffs. Jalen Hurts, 2-3 in the playoffs. Dak Prescott, 2-5 in the playoffs. I'm confused. Jalen Hurts lose a playoff game this year. He gonna have the same playoff record as Dak Prescott. Y'all gonna just be like, it's cool. He got potential, his upside. Like, what is y'all talking about? You go to Josh Allen. He loses his first playoff game this year if he makes the playoffs. Right? And what's his record going to be? And he's going to be going into his 8th year then. And he's going to be like, well, it's different for him. Because y'all keep telling me about years, and Dak's been in the league so long. Josh Allen's been in the league 7 years now. But it's different. Dak's been in the league 9. They got 2 years. He got 2 years on them. They right there. Lamar Jackson's been in the league 7 years now. Dak been in 9. He got 2 years on them. If they don't win it all this year, same boat. Same boat. But see, that's the difference. That's what makes me mad, because when you let a Cowboys fan talk to you, they will argue for other players. Josh Allen's way better than Dak. Lamar Jackson's way better than Dak. The thing that they always going to bring up is their playoff resume. I don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't understand it. I'm not even saying those players aren't good. I'm saying that why does my player have to take so much scrutiny? And no one has been able to explain this to me. It's just hate. It goes to the eye test. All the Dak stats are empty stats and hollow. You can't answer me this. If Dak Prescott is the most overrated player, Micah Parsons is the most overrated. Like, all of our great players are apparently overrated. Trade everybody, apparently. Dak Prescott overrated, Micah overrated, Trayvon Diggs overrated, Deron Bland overrated. Everybody overrated. Just get rid of everybody. Start over. Answer me this. This is what I'll leave you guys with. Answer me this question. Since Dak Prescott is so overrated, name me another quarterback in this league that can be second team All-Pro, runner-up to MVP. Right? Second team All-Pro, runner-up to MVP. Lead the league in touchdown passes. And that not be a nugget you drop in an argument. There ain't no way in the world that Justin Herbert can be second team All-Pro, and it wouldn't be in every conversation. Jordan Love, if he's second team All-Pro, every conversation. Dak Prescott is a magician. He somehow makes statistical accolades and accomplishments disappear when you talk about him. But everybody else it would count for. Because I heard everyone in the world tell me Jalen Hurts is a second team All-Pro for a year. Until he threw 15 interceptions and they kind of magically disappeared. But Dak Prescott don't get that. He just did what Jalen Hurts did, and y'all ignoring it. It's your boy, Mr. Rome, man. Sometimes you got to call a spade a spade. Cowboys fans are effing crazy. I'll holler.